Okay. I think I am now live. That was a disaster. What just happened? I don't know if anyone was here for what just happened. Let me know if you can see me. First and foremost. That was a disaster. Can you see and hear me? I think we can, okay? That was strange. So, okay, you can see and hear me. Okay. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing really well. So basically, I went live on Twitch, but Twitch's systems seem to be pretty much down right now. So I am going to do this instead on here tonight, because I really want to talk about what is happening. And I want to get to this video from Observe, who is a body analysis YouTuber who posted a video, and people have been asking me to watch and comment on it. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm just currently setting up my systems, so I have everything in place right here. I think I have everything ready to go. Thank you for being patient with me. I didn't know what was happening with Twitch tonight. Let me just make sure. All right, perfect. Everything is ready to go. First of all, hi. Thank you for being patient with me tonight. I will link my Twitch down below because I normally go live on Twitch, but tonight is an exception. And we're going to get it right into it. So what we're going to be doing is watching this video from Observe, which has been sent to me so much on my Discord, on everything. And it's what Colleen Ballinger's body language tells you about what she actually feels. I have not watched this yet. I'm very nervous to watch this. I actually do not know if this is a video that's going to drag me or not. But I'm going to watch it because I'm going to talk a little bit in a second about my opinion of like body analysis channels and stuff like that, right? But what I want to talk about before that, is that I'm really pissed off. And I talked about this on my Twitter, right? But Joey Graceffa, or someone on Joey Graceffa, I'm going to read it out first. So if you were on Twitch, just be patient with me so I can say this, because I know this is going on YouTube. So I posted a video, which was the one I just posted, which is an hour and 20 minutes long. And I got a copyright claim on it, like a copyright claim, copyright strike, whatever. And for an hour and 20 minutes of the video, I got a copyright claim on 20 seconds of the video. And the 20 seconds I got a claim on was the Joey Graceffa footage. And if you don't know what it is, it's Joey Graceffa and Miranda Sings filming a YouTube video where Miranda Sings is like provocatively playing with a toy and Joey catches Miranda in the act, right? And that's the only clip out of a 2-hour video that has been claimed, right? And it got claimed by Studio 71, which is the company that Joey Graceffa works with. Now, I just did some research and all this. So I didn't want any problems with my videos, so I just trimmed it. So I've removed a clip from my video, but then I tweeted about it because I didn't want... The problem is, once you get a claim on your video, YouTube suppress it and YouTube don't post it anymore because your video is seen as, like, tainted, kind of, in a way. You know, there's problems to do with your video. So whoever this was on Studio 71, the team that worked with Joey Graceffa, only claiming the one clip with Joey Graceffa, is trying to silence and suppress the video. And I believe it has to do with Joey Graceffa not wanting to be brought into this. So clearly I tweet and say, just got a copyright claim on one specific clip in my 2-hour video that is the only clip that features at Joey Graceffa engaging in inappropriate jokes with Colleen Ballinger. YouTube are editing the clip out, but I just want to publicly state that either Joey or Colleen doesn't want you to see this clip anymore. So YouTube respond and say, hey, we're looking into this. So here's YouTube's response. And I can't believe now that Joey doing this means that YouTube are now involved in this. We will look into this and update you soon. Also, we seriously look into the misuse of our copyright tools up to terminating people who abuse the system. That's what YouTube said. So someone on the Studio 71 team, which is where Joey Graceffa works, who are trying to get rid of any Joey Graceffa business from that video, tried to take down the video. So I tweeted, and I mean, my Twitter is a disaster right now of everyone tweeting Joey Graceffa, Team YouTube. Team YouTube have also released another statement that basically says, when we look into this and figure it out, we're going to let you know what has happened. I'm not even going to play the clip because I'm going to get removed again. YouTube said, we're happy to help. We'll see what we can find out and we will let you know. Now, I just think it's incredibly ironic because so clearly someone on Studio 71, a manual review, a manual claim is trying to, take down Joey Graceffa's, involvement in this Colleen Ballinger thing, right? Even though the clip that it's from, the entire video is still up on Joey Graceffa's channel, right? And Joey Graceffa was involved in a takedown of Gabby Hanna. Like, Joey Graceffa is so selective on who he wants to call out. He made this entire video, Gabby Hanna needs to stop. I'm not excusing Gabby Hanna's behavior, but like, Joey Graceffa is so selective, and then whenever it comes to his friend Colleen, his team are trying to take down my video? And you did it at my birthday dinner! Seriously, like, what is going on? So, it's been 3 hours, YouTube have responded within those 3 hours, nothing from Joey. I mean, there's so many tweets to Joey, and we have not heard anything. I mean, there's this tweet that he's done, and I mean, look at this. Stop removing. Why are you striking? Copyright claim. Why are you giving copyright claims? Why are your team doing this? Silence. Now, Joey Graceffa is one of Colleen Ballinger's best friends, and I just think it's so disgusting that Joey Graceffa is allowing someone on his team to try take down the video because there was 30 seconds of a 2-hour video that had a clip of Joey Graceffa. Of a clip, by the way, that is already online. Like this clip from Joey Graceffa, I'll pull up my email again that I got from Team YouTube before they reversed it. YouTube didn't reverse it. I removed the clip, and then YouTube said they're going to look into it, and I was like, okay, well, can you put the clip back up again? YouTube's email to me say, hi, they go, hi, how you doing? No, they go, hi, your video, The End of Colleen Ballinger's Career, has been copyrighted by Studio 71 for a video called Sneaking into Miranda's New House. And when you Google the title of the claim, it's Joey Graceffa's video. So someone on Joey Graceffa's team at Studio 71 is trying to suppress the involvement of Joey Graceffa to do with this Colleen Ballinger thing. And I think that is so disgusting. And thank you to everyone who's been trying to get him to address this. I don't think he is. You know what he's going to do? He's going to be like, it wasn't me. It was someone on my team. We reversed it, blah, blah, blah. Because YouTube are threatening to terminate his channel over this. Because YouTube don't with false claims. And the fact that a 30-second clip of Joey Graceffa is enough for his team to try wipe the entire video of a very important video. So I'm really, really, really pissed off, especially whenever you think about, oh, I've praised Joey Graceffa for, making videos about Gabby Hanna or anything like this. And it's like, no, he's, if it comes into effect with his friends, he doesn't care. And you know what's so ironic about all this? Joey Graceffa's behavior is now being thrown into the mix because of him doing this, or his team doing this, or someone on... I don't think Colleen's with Studio 71. Colleen Ballinger... I don't think that girl has any team. Colleen Ballinger, Studio 71. Nope. So if you type in Colleen Ballinger, Studio 71, she is not with Studio 71. Now, Joey Graceffa, Studio 71... Look at this. Joey Graceffa signs with Studio 71, and it was Studio 71, let me show you, that struck down the video. And they've titled it to Joey Graceffa's video. A 30-second clip. Didn't Adam say he was done with all this? Well, if these fucking adults keep pushing me and try silence me and are trying to run me off the internet for things they've done, I'm not gonna stop. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So now YouTube are involved. YouTube have said that they're gonna look into it. They're gonna figure out what's going on. They don't take this lightly. So there's that. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah, this video has been sent to me, and it's of Observe's channel, analyzing the body language, I guess, of Colleen's original apology video. Now, I've kind of been outspoken in the past about body analysis channels. I've kind of, I've never fully watched one video of it, but what I will say is, from things I've seen in the past, not necessarily with this channel, but like I've seen a lot of people being like, oh, this person's fidgeting, which means that they're lying or stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, whenever I'm talking, I like moving around and stuff like that. However, people have been sending me this video and being like, I need to watch it. So I am going to watch it. And we're going to go through it. So I hope you're all having a good night. I'm really irritated that I had to deal with all of this. And now YouTube has had to get involved with my video because of someone on Studio 71's team, which is the team that Joey Graceffa worked with. It's just like... So, there's that. But anyway, let's get into this video. So it's from Observe, and I will link their video down below. I'm going to do it in 1.25 speed because I need to always have a video on a little bit quicker for my brain to process it. So let's go over.
Welcome back to Observe. And today,
whoa, he actually kind of talks pretty quickly, so we're going to be watching this at normal.
Today's video, we're going to be analyzing the non-verbal communication of Colleen Ballinger in regards to some recent, not so recent, some controversy that's been centered around.
I like his shirt.
More on that in just a second. Let's go ahead and roll the intro first.
I love when people have an intro. It's so camp. I don't think I've ever really watched one of these videos. I don't think I've watched a video from this creator ever, so this is a first for me. My goodness. Camp.
Latest controversy surrounding YouTuber and actress Colleen Ballinger, also known as Miranda Sings. Ballinger has recently found herself embroiled in a heated controversy. It started when accusations surfaced regarding inappropriate interactions with a teenage fan. According to reports, Ballinger allegedly sent a pair of underwear to this young fan named Adam. This sparked a level of outrage with the online community, and many were beginning to question the appropriateness of her actions. This was not the first time that Ballinger had faced backlash for her behavior, however. Back in 2020, she came under fire for accusations involving inappropriate content and interactions with her fan base. In response to this controversy, Ballinger issued an apology addressing the allegations, the entire situation. In her statement, she expressed her remorse for her actions and acknowledged the harm that it caused to the young fan.
This editing is intense. This editing is intense. I have the volume up at max.
Her followers, though many are still questioning
turn it up a
the
little bit,
sincerity of her words during that apology. The controversy surrounding Colleen Ballinger has sparked discussion about boundaries between creators and their audiences, especially when it comes to minors. Today, I'm going to be analyzing the footage from Colleen's apology from a few years ago.
I'm so glad that this apology video is being brought back into question again, because this apology video was really the thing that, like, killed me. It was really the thing that, like, turned everyone. You know what I mean?
As we're starting to see some more evidence come forth here. So that's enough of the backstory. Let's go ahead and dive into the actual footage.
Hey guys, I know this is not my typical video that you are used to seeing, but recently some things have come up that I feel like I need to address, and stuff.
Oh my god, because I've never watched one of these videos before, I don't know what to expect. Has anyone in the chat or anyone on YouTube, like, watched these videos before? Like, what are the things that, like, he looks out for? Apology is generous. Yeah. Like, I'm, like, kind of tensed up already. You like my frog? It's my audience members. And we have Garfield over here as well, and Jack Skellington. Oh my god, I'm, like, nervous about this.
So I just wanted to sit down and have an honest conversation with you and address everything at once.
Oh, I think what's interesting, you know, for me to address, first of all, is kind of like what I predict he will say. So what I thought of her video was that it was very aggressive. I thought that she was very passive aggressive. I thought that the way that she was so stern, there was like no emotion behind it. That was kind of what I thought whenever the video. So it'll be interesting if he says the same thing. But that was because I like know how she talks and acts. Hi, Milo. Hi. Hi. Do you want to say hello? Come on up. Hi. Come on. Let's say hello. Meow. Say hello. Hi. Do you want to say anything? Do you want to say anything? Do you want to say anything? Oh my god, his heart's racing. I feel like he's getting nervous. Do you want to say anything? Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, never mind. He doesn't want to say anything. Your silence is deafening, Milo. Your silence is deafening. You're also casting like crazy the amount of hairs that are coming off of you. Do you have anything to say? How are you doing? One more for the mic, please. Me like a show, mommy. One more thing. Come here. That was good. What? Anything else? What else? Anything else? What's your opinion on Colleen Ballinger? Any opinions on Cody Rance? Anything to say on Cody Rance? Ooh, silence. He has a good legal team. He's staying silent. Good legal team. Good man. Well.
So, want to go ahead and just pause and make some notes that I make about most different apologies as we're looking at the setting.
Oh God, we're
Everything
starting
that goes
already.
into an apology video is most of the time very planned out by the person issuing the apology. So that includes things they're wearing, the color of the set, everything along those lines. And what we're seeing here is a borderline whitewashing of the set. Again, some people have been known to actually wear whitewash their scene to try to convey that they're pure.
Oh shit, he's coming with
innocent
proof.
in a situation. An example of this would be Ellen from her apology.
Not
on
Ellen.
the Ellen show. And so that might be happening here. It's difficult to say. That also being said, it does also look like it just might be a corner of the house. So nothing really to be able to be drawn from that. A little aware of the fact that it might be trying to present that purity side of things.
Isn't that so crazy?
Keep going.
Showing a side of purity. We must stop all YouTubers.
So let's get started. First thing I want to talk about is something that is weighing
he's deeply
heaviest
watching
on my
this.
heart right now. The video
He's like this.
has resurfaced of my sister and I from 14 years ago. We were teenagers, and in this video we are doing characters that are Latina, and the characters are completely based on racial stereotypes. It is not funny, and it is completely hurtful. I am so ashamed and embarrassed that I ever thought this was okay. I was a sheltered teenager who was stupid and ignorant and clearly extremely culturally insensitive.
I'm going to go ahead and pause here. So something that I do have a bit of appreciation for when it comes to this apology is that she's not giving herself any leeway with this specific instance, this small little portion of tasteless humor that she had back 14 years prior, which this is also still, even this video is a couple years old. So it's been some years since that point, and that's not really what this entire thing is circling around. However, I do have to give kudos to her on that front, that at least on that point she did try to own up and take responsibility for her actions and do what she could to make up for those. But this video continues on. Let's just...
I mean, what else was she gonna say? Sorry, but like, what else was she gonna say? You know what I mean? She gonna say she doesn't regret doing those things?
See what it says.
Racial stereotypes are not funny. They are not a joke, and they should never be joked about. A few years later, we realized how stupid and hurtful the video was, and we deleted it. Not out of fear of getting caught, but out of fear that someone would find it and it would hurt them because it's wrong. I have grown and learned so much from my ignorant mistakes as a teenager, and have done everything I can to right my wrongs. Now, this video was brought to light right after I had posted a video on my blog channel.
Wow, his
last
eyes are
week with my
glued
friend
on that
Todrick,
video.
talking about racism and how it is still very much a problem in our world today and how we need to fight against it. People were saying,
Not
how dare I
Todrick
talk about racism when I said these things 14 years ago? And to you, I say, that is the exact reason why I should be talking about racism and why I should be standing up against it, because I was one of the dumb ones who said that stupid thing and grew from it and learned from it and realized how hurtful it could be. And now I want to right my wrongs and make a difference so that other people don't make the same mistakes that I made when I was a kid. Another big...
Okay, so a few things that I'm noticing about the editing. There are a fair number of cuts in there. However, it's not just butchered to all get out because of the needed cuts, ums, uhs, everything like that. So it's not coming across as screaming that this is heavily edited. However, you can still see that there are cuts. Likely during that time they're collecting their thoughts, probably referencing notes, something along those lines. Now,
okay, can we not talk about that? He just said, oh, like, you know, referencing notes or whatever like that. You should be able to do a video without any cuts talking about this. You shouldn't have to reference notes. You shouldn't have to, and I'm not saying this against him, you shouldn't have to reference notes. You shouldn't have to look at what, you know, your next point is. You should be prepared for a video like this. You know what I mean? yeah, she's cut the video, but it's because, you know, she's looking at her notes. Okay, that's not necessarily a good thing. Like, to be like, oh, she's looking at the script, that's not necessarily something you should be praising her for.
In regards to what they're saying here, they are calling out the card of everybody does stupid stuff when they're younger, so that's just inevitably going to be part of the situation. And that is fairly accurate. I can think, even for myself, of quite a few things that I thought or believed when I was younger that I know now are rather dumb. However,
But did you post them online and profit off of them until a week before you made the video?
I didn't put them up on the internet.
Oh, there we go.
I didn't try to convince anybody else of that. So there are still some questionable decisions that she had made with that. But it does make sense, this plea for remember how young I was and how much time has gone through. So that does make sense. However, non-verbally speaking,
she also wasn't young, by the way. She was older than me when she did all of those racist things. Like, she was older than me when she did all those things. Can we please just reference that as well, by the way?
Seeing a little bit of aggression start to seep into her non-verbal.
I'm seeing people be like, I don't think scripts are necessarily bad. Yeah, but whenever there's like cuts every like couple sentences, it means that can you not say anything without having to reference back something that you've written down on notes? You know what I mean?
Communication.
Like, which 13-year-old wrote this apology? You know what I mean? Which unpaid internship, you know,
now she's
was this a
starting
part
to
of?
move forward some and gesture a little bit more broadly. You could see her eyebrows starting to become activated, and this is all
Become
just indicating
activated.
that she's feeling a little bit more passionate about what she's saying. However, along with that, the nonverbal communication is quite synchronized from what I can see, so it doesn't feel like it's being a show of any part on this front. Now, that also being said, there's not too much that's able to be masked in this area, so what I'm seeing in fluid, genuine, nonverbal communication here doesn't necessarily actually mean that they are being genuine here.
Oh.
But contextually, it does seem to be the case. Let's actually keep watching, and it'll get to some more of the actual pertinent stuff here in a second.
I like his beard.
Another video
Sorry,
popped
unrelated.
up recently that I want to address, and it's a video that I filmed 12 years ago where I talk about taking a flight and an overweight woman sat next to me, and I talk.
I'm surprised he's not making reference of something that all YouTubers get called out for whenever they do these videos, where they like focus on 14 years ago, 16 years ago, 20 years ago, blah, 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 blah. Like, I feel like I've seen every other YouTuber who said that get called out for, like, that. Because it's like, at the end of the day, you should be owning up for the videos that you've made rather than focusing on how long ago they were. Are my eyebrows activated yet? I don't think they ever get activated, I'm gonna be honest.
Really negatively about her.
I want him to watch Cody's crying live stream.
And it's awful. And I watched this clip and I was appalled and shocked.
Her eyebrows
at
are
those things
so
were coming
activated
out of my
right
mouth
now.
12 years ago, because that is not the woman who I am today. I'm such a huge advocate for women and women's bodies and loving every shape and every size, and the fact that I talked negatively about someone who was overweight is absolutely disgusting to me. Something else I want to talk about that has been...
Okay, so this has a little bit more tie-in to some more recent events, to where there's footage of Colleen more or less referencing Trisha Paytas, another creator, another content creator, and referencing Trisha in such a way that implies that she's trying to attack Trisha's weight or make fun of Trisha's weight, which is not okay. And so with this, what I'm finding fascinating is that even on this apology back then, where she's like, oh, I don't hold to that, even later on, it still did end up showing up that perhaps there is still some of this bias against overweight people. Not positive on that front, but it is important to be able to make note.
If you're not positive on it, I'm positive on it. Observe, if you're not positive on her having a prejudice against people that are overweight, don't worry, I can back you up and tell you that she does.
During that time as well, we're able to see a little bit of that aggression still coming in, and
oh my god, glad he's acknowledging
and
this.
nodding up and down is all over the place. So there's no point of desynchronization in this point. And what I'm also noticing, as far as
I'm glad he's addressing how aggressive this apology is. I don't think I've ever seen a YouTuber make a more aggressive one.
Verbal patterning goes, is that they are very much trying to take this was me now as opposed to me then. I do not buy into any of these things. I am wonderful now. I was not wonderful then. And this contrast often exists in apologies where people are trying to convince everybody that they're just so much better now. And rarely
Interesting.
is the person a better person at the point of the apology. It's usually the time afterwards that shows whether or not that person is...
Also, something to note that I don't know if he brings up, but at the time of this apology, she was working behind the scenes for the 2 weeks prior, leaking information that she had with a minor to get other people to take me down, so let's not give any praise. Ollie K, thank you. The script and editing is more the reason her apology is not great. That's how I knew the first time. And she can memorize a whole damn show, but not her own apology that she had 2 weeks to prepare for.
The better person. And sure enough, as things have been surfacing, Colleen has some other, so to speak, skeletons in their closet, according to these other people and other reports. So let's see how that plays out.
That has been brought up is that when I was 3 years old, I was bit by a dog. I needed to go to the hospital, and when my mom told the doctor that a dog had bit me, the doctor said that legally the dog needed to be put down. Now, the clip of me that is circulating from 7 years ago is talking about this situation in a very insensitive way. When in reality, when our dog was put down, I was really upset, and over the years I have addressed this a few times in videos talking about how guilty I feel, how upset I am that this happened.
Why didn't she show those clips then? You know what I mean? She's doing a lot of talking about things without showing them. You know what I mean? I talked about this. I talked about this. I talked about that. Show it. Show it. Also, I would love to see her acknowledge all of the clips to do with her animals now as well. You know what I mean? The pattern of behavior of her treating animals like absolute shit.
To this day, as a 33-year-old woman, I feel guilty that our dog had to be put down for biting me. But in this clip, I talk about the story in a very...
Interesting there. Still to this day, talking about that area, we're seeing a little bit of the microshakes. No, they are gesturing to themselves, and they're also starting to lean back. So in that area, it feels like there might be a level of defensiveness centered around this. I still feel guilty about the dog situation here. Now, the chances are to that is that, yes, likely there is a small level of guilt that she could be feeling. Many people would feel guilty cognitively of their actions. However, what we're seeing non-verbally is that they don't feel that guilt to the extent of what people might be hoping or expecting, especially in a situation where a dog ended up losing its life. And so, that area, I would, yeah, okay, I can appreciate that she feels bad about it. I can also appreciate the fact that it does not seem to be to the full extent that she might be trying to sell it at. So, let's keep watching.
Story in a very
oof, rough. He just said you're lying. Oof.
Dramatic, silly way, because sometimes, unfortunately, I use humor to talk about things that are actually extremely painful for me, and this is an example.
Is anyone not realizing that it's almost like she's gritting her teeth this entire apology? Like, I saw this in the moment, and no one saw it, where she's talking like this, and she's sorry that it happened, and, you know, sorry that you saw it like this, and, you know, 13 years ago I was talking like this. It's very, like, she's talking with her jaw, which is like that she's angry.
That to anyone,
she's talking with her jaw. I'm not a body analysis, but when someone's talking and they're going like this and they're moving their shoulders and they're talking like this, they're angry, or they're at a festival and they've done a lot of
who was hurt or offended by the statements I made when I was younger. I am so sorry. I hope you all can see that the person who I am today is so far from that ignorant person I was over a decade ago. And to those of you who might say, well, I knew better when I was that age, or 14 years ago, I knew right from wrong, I'm so glad that you did, because that means that there's one less person making those stupid mistakes that I made. I should have known better, and I didn't, and I'm extremely embarrassed by that. I'm really hopeful that I can be used as proof that people can change and grow and learn from their mistakes.
This video is so bad.
Speak up when you see someone doing something or saying something wrong, it can make a difference.
It can make a difference.
Okay, this is all the things that she's saying here are fairly accurate. Like, yes, people can change, they can make a difference, so on and so forth. Now,
but that's the problem. She's saying things in this video that people say to get out of scandals. You know, this is exactly, you should use me as an example. You should use... It's not owning up to your behavior. It's using things that you've taken that other people have said in their videos and just throwing them into one. It's not addressing your own behavior. It's addressing what people want to hear. Anyone else seeing that?
Unverbally speaking, what we're noticing are still these micro no shakes throughout all of this, even while she's trying to talk about perspectives presented by fans, while she's saying like, oh...
So he's saying micro no shakes? Is that what he's saying? What is that? Micro no shakes. Is that what he's saying? Micro... I know what it's like, you know, like when she's talking like this or whatever, but I don't necessarily know what it means.
I knew better. You could see the micro no shake.
Like
No one there is your body language of saying, obviously, I don't know better, but I'm presenting this. And
she's
that
so
stays
aggressive in this
consistent
video.
to other areas where she's not even referencing things that somebody else said, but what she herself felt or experienced. So that micro no shake could be a little indicator of some desynchronization in there. There might be something that you would want to root around a little bit in, or just be aware of. Maybe not pick at or question at, but be aware of.
Someone said, Adam, I thought you were closing this chapter. I said I'm closing this chapter when she addresses it.
The future to see if there
Don't
are
take
any
me out of
patterns
context.
that do pop up again. And so they are also still even trying to take this, like, talking to the people that they more or less offended and trying to, like, offer instruction to these people that they have offended. And this is still them trying to paint themselves out into, well, I'm actually on the side of everybody that I have offended. That's me.
That's such a good point.
I'm mad at me too for that.
That's such a good point what he just said, that she's pushing that she's also mad at herself the same way everyone else is. You can see kitty right here, and then I have a kitty right behind as well. Can you see? Oh, hello. Oh, you can't really see him, but he's right there. Sleeping. Hi. Pathetic little meow. If Colleen was here right now, she'd stuff you in a paper bag and make it that you can't breathe. Because that's Miranda content.
And so it is a low level of manipulation, blame shifting that is creeping in.
Oh my god,
there.
thank God we're
It is
acknowledging
super
this.
common in apologies.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not too surprised to see it here. Let's continue watching.
I learned that those words were hurtful and I stopped using them. But there are still people in our world currently who are saying racist, homophobic, sexist, body-shaming things
Yay.
that need to stop.
Yay.
They need to be called out because they can change. I'm living proof of it. And my ignorant words from my past just make me
I can't believe in her apology. She was like, I'm living proof that people can stop being racist and fatphobic. Girl.
much more passionate to help the people that my words might have hurt. These things are being brought to light.
She's not even micro shaking anymore. She's just fucking...
Because some people are upset with me for not addressing something that happened a few weeks ago. Someone had made a video saying some shocking and hurtful things about me, and a lot
hurtful
of people wanted me
things?
to address it. And
How do you think I felt?
I didn't address it not because I was just ignoring it and hoping it would go away, but because when this person messaged me letting me know they were upset, I responded immediately. I was very shocked and confused. I expressed I didn't know what they were talking about.
She's lying.
I also expressed
She's lying here. You saw the message. She's like, how dare you bring my son into this? This is not the truth. She's lying here. So if he doesn't acknowledge that she's lying, I'm doing it for him. She's lying here. We've seen the screenshots. She's flat out lying here.
Frustration that they were trying to bring my son's name into their drama. Then I received a message from this person's mother asking me
which you didn't respond
his
to.
name. So I was trying to respect the mother's wishes and the parents' wishes of this.
So why did you leak our conversation to Cody Tyler? Another deranged 30-year-old, quite like yourself.
17-year-old. But it has gotten to a point where there are so many rumors and lies.
I'm gonna go ahead and pause here because this is skipping over a fair bit of detail as to what...
Oh my god, I'm so glad that he's acknowledging this. I'm so glad he's acknowledging that she just skipped over everything. Because if she included everything, like you're seeing right now publicly, she would look awful.
happened behind the scenes, what led up to this using of Colleen's son's name, the circumstances around it now, pulling in the other...
Mystical, thank you. Micro shakes equals saying something you don't mean. Shoulders up is feeling vulnerable and trying to protect your weak spot. Would you like me to do a tarot card reading on the situation? I sent you an Instagram. Ooh, that might be interesting.
A person's child into that can be considered a lower blow. However, in consideration with the rest of the context, what Colleen had been doing was exposing this younger child and using this younger child. At the time they were, I believe it was 15 years old. So using this young person to be able to run their social media, to do various things for them, and they interacted with them a fair bit. And it was also this person that she sent a pair of underwear to.
Get her!
some very questionable things. Along with this, he had some other accusations.
Uh-huh.
We'll talk a little bit
Get
about
her.
that as we're continuing forward. But what I do find fascinating is that Colleen skips all of the reason that was given.
Because you're seeing all of the reasons right now on social media, and if she addressed it, she would not be online. Look at how she's ran off social media right now. She has no response. That's why she left out a big chunk of timeline, because she's creepy with children. No, you don't talk about Colleen Ballinger and children. Seriously, like...
For this young person pulling in her child's name, and...
I'm so glad he's saying this.
Manipulative. So there's
Thank you.
A definite
he just called it
difference.
manipulative. Thank you.
Experience difference, and then there's even that level of fame difference. That level of one person has prowess in the media. They have fame. They have money. They have influence. So that's going to have a level of influence over whoever it is that they're working with. So we're seeing that pop up as well. I just find that a little dismaying to hear.
God, I'm so glad he's saying this.
Especially considering all the context, but let's keep watching.
Lies and speculations going around. I feel like
lies and speculation, yet she just left out all the information. No. You don't talk about manipulation. Seriously, what is going on?
To address it, I do have receipts proving the things that I'm about to tell you. However,
I do have receipts proving everything she says. Okay, well, I showed all the receipts in my video. You saw it. I scrolled through our entire conversation. That was the receipts. So do you want to know why she's silent right now? Because I've shown all the receipts. So Colleen now has to find a way to manipulate the receipts that are public into making her look good. She went, I have the receipts. I'm just not gonna... Okay, I showed them all. Okay. Well, what now?
However, I feel uncomfortable sharing them because he is...
Okay, I didn't. Because you already... I feel uncomfortable sharing them. A week before she filmed this video, she shared them with Cody Tyler in DMs. So she's lying. Whether he says it or not, it's a fact she's lying. I don't want to share the DMs because he's a minor, but I'm going to send them to Cody Tyler. Whoa, that rhymed. Minor and Cody Tyler. Whoa. She's lying here. So she didn't want to do it, so I showed him for you. Showed them all. That's why she's silent. She has to find a way now to manipulate them to make her look good. However, anything she will manipulate will still involve a child, which in turn will expose that she was creepy with children. That's why she's silent. For Colleen to come out now means she has to acknowledge that she was acting inappropriately with children. And once we start going down that territory, that's when things start getting really messy.
Minor. I'm only going to be showing you the things that were between adults or things that were already public. The biggest issue that came...
And I want you to keep this in mind, because the only thing Colleen can respond to me is showing conversations with minors. Here she is being like, I will only show things between adults. So then why were you sending another adult your conversations with minors? Because you're lying. Oh, Lord. Peyton said, I'm supposed to be seeing a Miranda Sings show in Indiana this Friday. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. Clearly, I'm not going, and I'm heartbroken all this is happening, especially for Adam. Is the Mucker script still open? Sorry, I had closed it off because Colleen's fans were coming in and doxing me and stuff. I'll open it back up again. You should go to the show. I mean, you paid tickets. If you don't get a refund, I mean, you going, or you know what I mean? You paid tickets for the show. Like, if you do not get if you don't get a refund for the show, you may as well go to the show. You may as well go get really drunk and the show will appear funnier than what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you may as well go and have a good time. You paid for the tickets. Like, don't waste your money. If you're not going to get a refund, if she's not canceling them, you may as well go, get drunk, sit in your seat, mind your own business, and enjoy the show. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be funny if you're, like, drunk or high or something. You know what I mean? Don't disturb the show. Sit in silence. Behave yourself. Just enjoy the show because you paid the money for it. That's if you don't get a refund.
Came from his video is that I sent a child underwear, and wow, anyone who heard this out of context...
Out of context? Sorry, I love that she goes, if anyone heard I sent a child underwear out of context, oh my god, I would be shocked. And then she shows the context, and as we're aware now, she edited the context. Like, she edited the clip. So, she edited the clip. Someone said WTF, drunk or high. I feel like, is that not the only way to enjoy a Miranda Sings show? Sorry. You know what I mean? So anyway, the fact that she edited the live stream, which we're all aware of. So if you do not know, only if you're 21. Yeah. Oh, because in America, you're 21. So as we're aware, we now know that Colleen Ballinger edited the lingerie clip, which makes it seem like, oh, let's send Adam something. Adam's begging for the lingerie. The actual clip was her going, and I don't know if he includes it. I would assume not. Yeah, he doesn't include it. But she goes, we should send him something. Let's send him the panties. And Corey goes, the lingerie. His parents are going to be so uncomfortable with it. That's the actual clip. So when she goes, let's see the context, she's lying in the context.
Completely understand, because I would be too. But in this situation, context is everything. So
Context
I would
is
like to give
everything.
you some context to this situation. 4 years ago,
I'm gonna go ahead and pause. Context is indeed everything. Context is key. That's something that we even say a lot here on the channel, is context is very important. Now, we're going to hear of an action that is arguably a bad move. And the context is going to be used to try to excuse the bad move away. And the question that must still
But the context wasn't real. She was lying about the context.
Is what led you to the point of even contextually this being an okay thing. Like, at any point there could have been red flags. At any point they could have been like, you know what, actually maybe I won't do this for my underage fans, especially considering how old I am. Maybe I won't do this. There were many opportunities for that, and they still continued on forward and did what they did. So let's hear the context.
Years ago, I did a live stream, and in this
She's
live stream,
lying.
I did a giveaway. I was giving away clothes that were unused, tagged still on, brand new, that I had just bought that I did not want. One of the items that was in this box was a really ugly pair of underwear. As soon as we pulled them out, Corey and I started laughing and joking around about how ugly they were.
If he doesn't show the actual proof, I'm going to be so pissed off. It has nothing against him, but I'm so pissed off with people like running with her fake narrative.
Why did I buy these ridiculous underwear? It was so stupid.
I just got big old box from Forever 21 and I want to open it up in front of you guys. Maybe I'll send the ones I don't want to you guys. I got a bunch of crop tops.
Does he not show the real context? Does he not show the real context? Okay, people are telling me to like let him cook. So you're scaring me, but okay.
The panties from
And people started asking for them.
Okay. So this is the scenario leading up to this. She's about to start describing how people started asking for these items of clothing, and this is in my brain.
Oh, he
in my
doesn't.
adult, not quite 30, but pretty darn close brain. This is where I would think to myself, no, I won't. I'm not gonna.
Okay, so he doesn't show it. So anyway, the clip that Colleen showed is out of context. The actual clip is Colleen being like, Adam's so funny. We should send him something. Does he want the lingerie? Adam wants the lingerie. Adam wants the lingerie. They were the ones that said it, not me.
Regardless of how silly
not
or goofy
me,
I feel
not
like
me.
I'm being, I'm not
Creepy
gonna send
adults.
underwear that I own.
And then Corey wearing it and then DMing me on Twitter. So whenever it arrives to me, can I put it on my clothes over him? What the fuck does Corey DeSoto, a 37-year-old man, want a picture of a 15-year-old wearing lingerie for? Creep! It's the sound of the police! Seriously, what a creep. No wonder you don't have a man, Corey. You're going after boys.
To an underage fan. To me, that doesn't sound like it's too big of a intellectual leap. However, apparently, it was difficult for them to be able to grasp that that's a stupid idea at the time. So let's see. Let's just see.
For them in the live stream.
Oh, it's that bra.
You want the bra?
Everyone wants the bra.
At the end of the live stream, I was done giving away clothes, and then this boy who made this video about me recently, he asked for the underwear.
Yay!
Do you think when she responds, she's going to acknowledge me like that again? This boy? This boy? This boy? This boy? Or is she going to actually say my name this time?
Picked people
Because
up.
remember, she doesn't want to talk about minors, even though she was in DMs.
That's enough.
Did that boy win these or not?
I don't know. He has to tell me what he wants.
What do you say?
Look at this, edited.
He said,
So between the last clip and this one, you miss all of her being like, does he want the panties? Does he want the lingerie? His parents are going to be like, you can never watch these people online. If you edited that clip, you've acknowledged, and I want her apology or statement video or even her video coming at me to acknowledge that she edited that because she's a fucking creep.
Hi, you have ugly clothes, but I want those ratchet panties and bras.
Because she offered them. Because she offered them.
Yeah.
That's why they're celebrating. They're celebrating because they were the ones that offered it. Because they're creepy adults.
Ridiculous and funny. We laughed about it, and I forgot to send them to him. And eventually he tweeted me asking...
You forgot to send them to me at the Dublin meet and greet in front of my parents. You said, oh my god, I forgot to bring your lingerie. I'll send them to you. Make sure to tweet me. Which is a video that's online of me at like 15 being like, oh, and then she said she was going to send them to me. She just flat out lying. And I want her sit-down video, whether she drags me or whatever, to acknowledge that she's a creepy woman who manipulated the narrative to make herself look better because she's a creep.
Me for them again. I sent them to him. He put them on over his clothes.
Because, do you want to acknowledge why? Because Corey DeSoto asked me to. Why does a 37-year-old man want to see a 15-year-old wear lingerie? Because you're both creepy.
And posted about
what a
them.
dangerous,
It was like a big
creepy
joke
woman.
within the fandom. I did
Creepy
this publicly.
woman.
That live stream is
Can we
still
get,
up.
sorry, can we get some fucking tomatoes in the chat? They're starting to really piss me off. The more I watch this video, the more it pisses me off. I think I've only seen this video like 3 times in its entirety. Once when it came out, once when I reacted to it, and now... Tomatoes in the chat, please. Seriously. And if you're watching this on YouTube, tomatoes in the comment section. Seriously, this is like the fact that like 30-year-olds, nearly 40-year-olds are literally lying on me like this, like lying on a 17-year-old because they want to make themselves look better. Holy shit, what is wrong with you? Please seek help. Take yourself offline and check yourself into like a facility in which you do not have access to your phone to do this to any other children. Seriously, you're dangerous, dangerous people. It makes me so angry.
Up right now, and I've always given out weird random things in live streams. I've given out
including lingerie to children, you creep.
Bobby pins, dirty shoes. A few weeks ago I sent a fan like a single piece of toilet paper. I've always given away weird stuff. And
I'm getting so pissed off.
Start pausing here again. So in defense of Colleen during this part, of course the fan did request multiple times to receive said inappropriate items.
I don't even care what he's gonna say next. He has not seen the actual clip. He has not seen the actual clip. He has not seen the actual clip. That is not what happened. 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 I am not gonna take that. I'm 3 years of this shit. I am not taking this. Here is the actual clip.
Send him something. Do you want the bra, Adam?
Do you want the brown panties? Tweet right now.
I'm sending him something. Okay, maybe he'll want the panties. Although then his parents will be like, you're not allowed to watch who is sending you panties. Even mom, don't worry. I watched the boy wear them online first. I'm too loud.
Colleen Ballinger was the one that wanted them, and then Colleen Ballinger was the one who, with her friend, asked me to wear them.
Young fan, keep that in mind, teenage. And Colleen is now trying to offer excuses for herself and saying, oh, well, I've always sent weird things, like a taco costume or some shoes. I sent a square of toilet paper. All of these, yes, arguably are weird, and none of them are underwear. That's a different...
Everyone's saying let him cook, wait for him. I know that he's going to defend me, but all I'm saying is he's not like... I don't think he shows the clip of them saying that no, he doesn't. So I'm valid in saying this. I'm valid in saying this. They were the ones that offered. This is not about them giving away weird stuff and then giving away lingerie to a 13-year-old and, you know, he asked for it. They wanted me to take it.
Whole different realm. And I do believe passionately that most anybody can look at these items and be like, one of these is very, very much different than the other ones. I would not really bat too many eyes at whatever age person sending some old shoes to somebody. That's sure, maybe they smell weird or whatever, but like they can send those shoes, especially when there's this age difference. What is very alarming is that judgment did not come over into understanding like, oh, perhaps specific personal undergarments are in a different genre. Then,
especially whenever they want me to take them. Okay.
a taco costume or a square of toilet paper. And to me, that shows a pretty
People are saying he's judging her body language, not researching the story. Yeah, that is true, but I'm just saying for me, like, I hate whenever people, like, don't know the context of it. Not that it's their fault, 'cause she lied, and that's her problem, you know, for doing that. But, like, it just pisses me off.
judgment call that was a pretty bad one. I don't know.
I agree with what he's
get around
saying.
this.
I'm
It
just
doesn't
saying
even
that the
sound
overall
brutal.
thing
Like,
just
at this
pisses me
point,
off.
She's not even really apologizing for it.
Lizzie, I'm sorry.
She's just trying to offer excuses. I always did stuff like this. But let's see.
Stuff. And so in my mind at the time, this was no different than all the other weird stuff I send to my fans as a joke. Now, in hindsight, I see how completely stupid of me. I should have never sent that. I don't know what part of my brain was missing at the time that I thought, oh, this is a normal, silly thing to do. I should have realized and recognized how dumb that was and never sent it to him, no matter how much he asked. But it was never a sneaky, creepy, gross thing that I was
No matter
doing
how
in
much he
secret.
asked.
It was a silly, stupid mistake that now is being blown way out of proportion.
I have difficulty believing Colleen on this part where she's trying to claim that she just did not have the mental wherewithal to make this distinction. Possibly, maybe. I've done some live streams in the past, and yeah, you're in the moment, you're trying to do things and interact with the camera, and that sure, that all does make sense, but even then, there's so many extra steps that went into sending these items off, and the delay of it, the intentionality of it really does negate this idea that she's presenting of like, oh, I didn't even think about it. She had days to think about it, many days.
She had months to think about it.
So much so that
Months.
the band themselves had to reach out and be like, hey, you remember that one thing?
Chris commented, how silly of me to grim a child. How silly of me. It was silly of me. That's what she comes across as.
Yes, Colleen definitely was actually thinking about what they were doing.
Yep.
And that still saw fit to be able to carry this out. And now, instead of apologizing for the very inappropriate actions, they are trying to excuse it, trying to downplay it, and trying to make them sound as if they were just maybe being a little silly goose instead.
How silly of me to grim a child. How silly of me. Oh my goodness. Oh, don't look at me. How silly of me to grim a child. Oh, stop. Don't look at me like that. How silly of me. Jesus, this is silly. This is silly. You know what it reminds me of? What's that character from South Park? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. What's that character? Ooh, Jesus Christ. So it sounds like, ooh, Jesus Christ, me grew a child. Jesus. It's literally Colleen. Oh my goodness, Jesus Christ. Oh, my friend just texted me and said, remind everyone to like the stream. Oh, sorry. If you're watching this, please like the stream. Me being a YouTuber, please like the stream. Oh, this is silly.
Of the very
Jesus
inappropriate
Christ.
behavior that it was. Very fascinating. Let's keep watching.
Portion. He also mentioned in
Oh
his
my
video-
god, Fuel Addiction. Thank you. Fuel Addiction has been supporting me since like 2020 and beyond. Thank
that his
you.
mom was uncomfortable with me, which was surprising and shocking for me to hear because
Hi,
I was
Feel
always under
Addiction.
the impression, due to the things he told me and the things that I saw on the internet, that she not only was aware
Even if you
of
dead
our
ass.
interactions,
Thank you,
but
Life.
she was very supportive of him being a fan of mine.
Life of
she
Kath,
commented
thank
on
you.
a photo of him this year at my show, saying how it was
Her just throwing my mom under the bus again. Lying again. I mean, look at those teeth. Gritted.
such a fun night. She gave him a birthday card when he was 16.
Because she's a
with
good
me-
mother. Try being one, Colleen. Well, finally, you're being one. I mean, what is it now? 2 weeks the kids haven't had a camera thrown in their face? Good for them. Finally. An attentive mother they're getting.
on it, and he let me know multiple times how much his parents loved me and watched my videos. So this was surprising for me to hear, because if I had known that, I would have stopped all interactions with him if I ever knew his parents were uncomfortable. Another thing I think is important.
What I'll say is that I'm noticing during that a lot of the micro shakes no. Now, for those of you who are new into the nonverbal scene like that, those micro shakes no. The smaller that the movement is, the less likely it is to be consciously controlled. This is not a hard, fast, set rule, but it is a generality that can be fairly well relied upon. The smaller a movement, the less likely it is to be controlled. So we're seeing these micro shakes no, that do happen to desynchronize, to not line up with what she's saying there. As she's going through and explaining her side of things, I would have done all these things, I would have done this thing, And so the psychological possibility behind that is that either one, it's something that we would not believe. Maybe she's thinking like, you wouldn't believe it, but I would do these things. So that no shake would come out to line up with the you would not believe. However, since that is only a portion of it, and we're also, again, having to consider everything in context, even as she herself has pushed us to do, that is not fitting in with what the rest of this video narrative has been.
Thank you.
It sounds as if more so that perhaps she's still trying to just save face during this apology, was still aware of what she was doing.
Thank you.
And this apology, this explanation video is just to try to save a bit of face.
Thank you.
Let's keep watching it.
Is important to address from his video is that he did have access to my Miranda Sings Twitter account for one day, not for years, and I want to just go over how that whole situation went down. Over the years, I've loved asking my fans for advice on what I should post for Miranda.
Because you don't have any yourself.
Miranda videos, Miranda tweets, things like that. Quite honestly, you guys are the funniest people that I know, and I love your advice. I love your input. I've taken
And even better that you don't want any money.
What I should tweet as Miranda from my fans over the years, and he is included in that. I used a couple of his tweet ideas.
A couple? I gave you them for 4 years.
Years ago, they did really well. He was super funny, and since then, he's asked me multiple times if he can help me out.
Because you come crying to me that you're fucking flopping on social media. Colleen's biggest enemy is her, Papa 911. Her biggest enemy is her, Papa 911. Anyone know that song? We'll sing along.
It was really, really sweet, but most of the time I did not engage in those conversations.
Wrong. Lying. Liar. Liar. Liar, liar. Pants on fire. Liar.
Until recently.
She's lying.
Okay, so
lying.
while she's talking there,
She's lying.
talking about helping out with social media, you could see that defensive posturing come in.
Because she's lying.
A shrug comes in there, hunches down and back a little bit.
She's
There's
lying.
a level of uncertainty around that.
Because she's lying! She's lying! 4 years she took my ideas. And a couple of them went viral. All of them went viral.
Social media term that's in there, and so I would have questions as to what really happened there, because
she's lying.
Just judging by her nonverbal communication,
Thank
there was
you.
something else
She's lying.
that happened, or something else that was covered or talked about in that area.
Because she's lying.
And if you go and watch Adam's videos, then you'll be able to kind of see some of this something else that is scattered about in there. And that does make sense with what we're seeing now from Colleen, with that defensiveness coming.
Because she's
in
lying.
here. What I'm also finding actually not even fascinating in regards to the apology, but I do actually think that it's a pretty good social media move to have interaction with fans like that, and to allow fans to have control over certain aspects of videos and such, to help encourage that.
I don't know about that one.
Interaction, that is all fine. That definitely makes sense. There's a distinct difference between asking fans, tweeting, or putting up polls or anything like that, and giving a fan your social media information for them to log in and use at their will. So there is still that. Even that alone is a pretty big judgment call that I would disagree with, again, from Miranda, because circumstances can always arise, and online you're always going to inevitably hurt somebody. And so if you're roping in somebody who is not accustomed to fame, they're not accustomed to backlash, they're not accustomed to everybody's opinions, then that can be a really, really harsh and detrimental thing to expose them to. So that is something that also does lie on the shoulders of Colleen. So let's see.
Recently, a couple months ago, he reached out to me and brought up the fact that the Miranda accounts hadn't been as active as they used to be.
Because you were crying to me on Snapchat that you were crying to me ever since your Haters Back Off show got cancelled that you didn't want to do Miranda anymore. I was helping you out as a friend. Like, Jesus Christ, you're missing so much context here. I mean, I'm glad she's leaving out so much, because she is. Girl, you would have breakdowns to me whenever it would be 4 a.m. my time. I'd be like, Miranda's just not doing it. I need to give up. Girl, that was why you tried to get pregnant so quickly, because you knew you could vlog the child. Nobody knows that one. Never said that before. Remember you had that conversation with Eric and he got off to you for... Oh, people don't know. There's still a lot of conversations I can tell you that me and Colleen had.
and how he wanted to help me do more social media stuff. So he sent me a whole bunch of edited photos that he had in a folder ready to go for Miranda. He told me about a bunch of funny tweets he wanted to post, and he let me know that he had experience.
Because you told me on Snapchat to have them ready, girl.
Social media. He really vetted for himself, and because I'd known him for so many years, I was overexhausted, and I don't have all the time I used to have to run all my social media. I thought, you know what, this
Because you knew me for so many years. So if you're saying I'm 17, if you knew me for so many years, doesn't that mean that you were friends with a child? Yes, it does. Creep.
might be a good situation to test run this and see if this could work out. This wouldn't be the first time I had hired a fan. I love hiring my fans for many reasons. One,
I love hiring my fans for many reasons. Number one, I don't have to pay them.
they're super freaking talented. Two, they
I don't
know
have to
me
pay
better
them.
than anybody. And three, I love supporting their dreams and passions in any way that I can. I've hired my fans to design merch. I've hired fans to go on tour with me. I've hired fans to edit things for me. And how hiring my employees works is I usually do a little test run to see how it goes. If it goes well, then I hire them officially through my company, and they are paid legally through the corporation. It was no different for him.
I'm gonna go ahead and pause that there because this is not an unheard of workflow where people will use smaller content creators, use fans, things like that to get free work from them. And then if it doesn't fit up with what they feel like they want, then they can just let that fan or that smaller content creator go about their day, benefit from the work, not spend any money, and have their own content, which they didn't have to put any effort out for. So the fact that Colleen's even just touting that that is her system of being like, yeah, I like to have them do some work for me for free for a bit before I justify whether or not I want to.
I like them doing a little bit of work for me for free. 4 years. Just a little bit of work.
Pay them for that work, even when this person, Adam, sent all of this stuff to imply and show what their skill set was, what they could do. Even still, Colleen looked at that, thought to herself, yes, I do like what this person can do. I like it enough for them to come on and start working on my social media stuff. I'm gonna give them access to that, and I'm not gonna pay them for it. So that is absolutely the entire thought flow that had to go on there, and it's not necessarily one that I appreciate deeply, but it's also not unheard of. It's just unfortunate to see. Let's keep
Thank
watching.
you.
For him, I wanted to do a little test run. If it went well, then I wanted
A little test run. Jesus Christ, the longest test run of my entire life. 4 years. Fuck me.
to hire him. So I gave him access to my account, and he started tweeting stuff for me. And pretty quickly, there was a tweet that was
I think that was my dog's barking. No, Dolly's asleep, but Bonnie's awake just barking at her. Bonnie, can you stop barking at her, please? It's just unnecessary. Stop the drama. Stop the drama.
posted that was problematic. This was my fault. He sent me a very long list of a ton of different things he wanted to post, and I did not look over it closely enough.
She's lying. The Meghan Trainor tweet, if you watch my video, she asked me to reiterate 4 times, so she's lying here. And she goes, I wouldn't queerbait. Well, girl, we have you on record queerbaiting on your Colleen Ballinger channel.
View it closely enough. I remember the moment when I saw all of these things. I was breastfeeding my son, and I kind of just scrolled through and was like, yeah, go for it. Have fun. I trust you. And when he posted it, I put zero blame on him at all. It was my fault. I knew better than to let someone else tweet for me. I should have...
So during this time now, she's getting very, very verbose with her nonverbal communication. Very open, wide gestures. We're starting to see a lot more of the outrage coming into her
And you're watching
eyebrows,
Disney Channel.
The agitation going across the rest of her face. And so we're seeing that this is a hot area for her. Along with that, we're hearing the force behind her words increase. Her pitch is increasing. So she's experiencing a large amount of agitation. And the reason for this, the spike in this, the stress, the extra strain that is on this area, is that people are calling her out again for her bad decision making. And she's now trying to aggressively say, it was my fault. I acknowledge that now. But at the time, that wasn't what was happening. And there was a fair level of blame shifting that also occurred during that time. So we're seeing this aggressive compensation from Colleen in regards to this line of questioning, this area that serves as a low-level red flag for me, at least. It's a fascinating thing. And again, very common in apology videos. Let's see how it plays.
I should have reviewed closely every single thing that was going to come out of Miranda's mouth. I let him know that I loved him. He did a great job. It was my fault, not his. I publicly apologized for the tweet. I deleted the tweets that were posted that weren't posted from me. I let him know that I was upset, that people were disappointed in me, and then he said he logged out of the account.
She's missing a lot of context here, yet again, of when she started to blame me. But of course, I think we're very aware of the fact she's leaving a lot of context out of this, but okay.
And that was the end of it. That was the last I heard from him until he sent me the message saying he was really upset with me. And that is when I then responded and got the message from his mom. I care.
So on this part here, what I do also just find fascinating about what Colleen has omitted from what she's saying is all of the actual back and forth. Colleen reacted much more vehemently than what she's implying here. Here she's just trying to say like, oh yeah, I let him know that I was a little miffed at him, and then he just logged out and we were good, and that's not how the actual
But I love
text
you,
thread
Adam. But I love
happened.
you, Adam.
That's not the conversation that happened. If you would like to be able to see that, go and watch Adam's video as well. You'll be able to see how the conversation went between the two of them, the emotional manipulation that Miranda had. It was not the way that she presented it here. And
I'm glad he's acknowledging
I just find
this.
Fascinating about Miranda. And I still just find this fascinating about Colleen in general, that she sticks to this. I did dumb things, but
Adam, this is too much.
Better.
I think you're going to lose supporters. No, I think you're just trying to get me to shut up, and it's not going to work, so. And you're watching Disney Channel.
Now, right now, I'm fine. And I was going to stay fine until people started getting upset at me about it, and that is exactly what we're seeing here. Now she's just trying to save as much face as she can. So let's keep watching.
His mom. I care about him so much, just like I care about all my fans that I've interacted with over the years, and I wish him nothing but success and happiness and love. I don't know what he's going through right now, but I don't want him to hurt anymore.
Meanwhile, she was trying to get Cody to make a hate video on me, but okay.
Made it very clear in his video that he wants to move on from this and be separated from this whole situation. So let him have that, and let me have the same. It absolutely breaks my heart.
Of course you want to be separated from this because you're getting called a child grimmer, which you are.
Ooh, that upsets me.
Wait, is this not... Sorry, Bonnie's snoring. Wait. Me
a little bit. So, during that, we're saying the micronose shake. We already know what that means. Along with that, verbally speaking, she's saying that the victim of her stupidity, her bad decision-making, the victim of that, wants to move on from it, which I think is fair. That's something that Adam deserves, to be able to live his life, to live their life happily, however they want to, apart from this, if that's how they're feeling.
Thank you, Jen.
Miranda's also the one who
he keeps calling her Miranda.
Who made the bad decisions. She's also now saying, well, now I also deserve to just move on.
No, she doesn't.
What I did and live my life however I want to, happy-go-lucky like. Which technically can be true, but the weight of responsibility between the two different people are massively different, so the response from the general public should not be the same. They should not just let Adam go and let Colleen go, because they were not responsible in the same way, nor were they even the same.
That's such a good point, that we weren't responsible in the same way.
Same age to be cognitively responsible in the same way. So
thank you, Ariel.
Colleen's trying to group herself in with this minor, asking people to treat her with the same sort of grace that they would treat a minor, even though she is a fully grown adult human being who has been in the media for a while, knows what they are doing, is successful in the media, and she's still trying to garnish this level of sympathy. It is a low level of manipulation. It's not my favorite thing to see. It doesn't really urge me to believe any level of whatever this almost apology sort of video is. Let's just keep watching.
Hi, Ella.
Saying negative things about me interacting with my fans based on this situation. I love talking to my fans. I love interacting with my fans. My fans are many different ages. So yes, there are some teenagers, but there's also adults. I love supporting them, supporting their passions, learning about them in the same way that you like to do that for me. To me, you aren't...
Constant no shake throughout that. And it is pretty small. So it's teetering on that edge. I'm left asking questions. Are these genuine? Is she saying you wouldn't believe, and that's that no shake that's coming in? So you would not believe that I love all of my fans this much, but I do. Is that the case, or is it the what seems to be logically more likely side of things, and it bounces into this realm of content creator trying to have a personable or trying to come across as having a personable relationship with all of these different fans when it's not really possible? No single human being can have that close knit of a relationship with as many fans as she has. So with that, as she's trying to say, I love all my fans, blah, 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 all of this, those little micro no shakes might be actually pushing us to understand that that simply cannot be true the way that she's presenting it. It's just impossible. It's not wrong. It's in fact impossible for anybody to do, but she is still trying to manipulate with this line of phrasing by saying, I love all of my fans. I like interacting with my fans, blah, 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 blah.
True.
And we're seeing that non-verbally displayed in a desynchronization point here. So let's keep watching here.
To me, you aren't just my fans, you're my friends. We all have seen me cry way too many times on this
Weirdo. Weirdo alert.
about things I probably...
Saying Logan looks like another person isn't shade. Are you talking about the Santino thing from RuPaul's Drag Race? Are people saying that I was dragging this man, Logan, for saying he looks like thing? This is not dragging him. He literally looks exactly like him.
kept to myself.
Oh my goodness. Please. Please. This literally looks like a very similar person. Y'all are doing the most.
I definitely overshare, and I have definitely overshared with fans when they have asked me what's wrong, or asked me how I'm feeling, or try to console me when I'm feeling down.
My fans try to console me when I'm feeling down, so I tell them about my emotionally abusive relationship.
I have overshared in the past with them and talked with them a little too much when I should have kept things to myself or talked to family or close friends instead. There are plenty of other stupid mistakes.
Wow, she's really shaking that head.
Another thing that she did during this time to help clarify some of what she just referenced there and tried to quickly breeze by is talking to fans about various inappropriate things such as their virginity, their favorite positions, while making love, talking about her divorce with
he brought out the
kids,
receipts,
including different details about that divorce, and all of this messy, illogical, inappropriate behavior is something that absolutely, no, you shouldn't have done that.
Wow.
Yes, that's what everybody's saying, but you did that. You thought it was okay.
And you did it at my birthday dinner.
You thought it's okay. Even she herself says right here that she has done this on repeat. She has a pattern of illogical thinking, of this inappropriate handling of information or items with underage people. The question seems to be, is Colleen ever considering the age of the people that she's interacting with?
No, because she loves them because they are children.
It seems as though she's a little bit more loose cannon on this, but let's just see how this plays out.
In my past that I've learned from and grown from, there are plenty of other jokes I've made in my career that seemed appropriate at the time, but now I realize were never appropriate to begin with. I've learned from these things, and I will continue to learn from them and grow from them to become the best me that I can possibly be.
I will continue to learn and grow and be the best person, but behind the scenes, I am planning with Cody to take down a 17-year-old, but I am the best person I'll ever be.
I lived my life on the internet for you guys all to watch for over 12 years. I love my job, but one of the difficult parts of my job is that I'm very much...
How are you the victim? Fuck me. Holy shit, she's making herself the victim.
The microscope, and any and all mistakes I ever make are definitely shown and blasted to
because you make so many of them.
Millions of people all over the world. That's not an easy thing to deal with. However, I'm really grateful for that. Over the past 12 years, you guys have been really wonderful, helping me learn and grow to be a better person.
Someone said, I think Colleen is watching. Let me tell you something. You know Johnny, who spoke up? Johnny is getting threats by people in Colleen's own life, telling him to stop tweeting about things, saying he's going too far. Colleen's own friends are tweeting him. And I know from my time, whenever a scandal is going down, that Colleen and Corey keep tabs on everything. And Colleen and Corey, I can promise you, with everything in my life, are watching this right now. You can call me delusional. You weren't the people speaking to them day in, day out. I can promise you they're here watching this right now. Hey, guys. Hi. Hi. How y'all doing? I can promise you, because their friends are currently threatening people that are coming forward to shut the fuck up. So I can promise you they are. So get your hi, Colleen, hi, Corey's, and below.
You've given
I can
me
promise
helpful
you.
critiques.
Just gonna go ahead and pause that there. That is true. In the public eye, anything that you do is definitely going to be inflamed. It can be twisted. It can be even just completely misinformed. There are definitely those possibilities, and there's a lot of weight.
It's actually a really
behind
good
that. A lot
video.
of heat can come from that.
I'm so
that's
glad people are
fair.
picking up on
That's
this.
absolutely valid.
Oh my god, Johnny's watching. Wait, look at this text I just got. From Johnny. Speak on it. Hi, Johnny. Johnny, I didn't know you were watching. See, there you have it. Hi, Johnny. I hope you're doing well.
What frustrates me is where they're trying
Johnny.
to use that, like what they're using that excuse of I'm a public figure and everybody's always just really honed in on me. They're trying to use that to cover up actions that are not small. They're not.
Can we get some hi Johnnies?
Lighthearted little actions.
It's actually a really good video, and I'm glad like he actually has done his research, and I really appreciate that. And he is calling out the bullshit in this. This is a really good video. Johnny said, I just tuned in and heard my name. Hi Johnny. Yeah, I'm glad he's calling this out. This is a really good video. It's the first video I've ever watched from this YouTuber, and it's really good. So shout out and kudos to him. I really appreciate it. I mean, we're not done yet, but Gem Pen, thank you. Good. I will gladly spend $20 to tell Colleen you suck and are. Okay, I'm not gonna read that out, but you said it, not me.
They're fairly severe actions that were done. Then she's trying to be like, well, it's just because people are looking so close. I think the response to that is, it shouldn't matter if people are looking so close. Don't do the said stupid stuff that everybody is calling you out for
Speak
doing.
on it.
That's the simple line of it. If
Speak
people
on
look
it.
really, really close at you and you do stupid things, then they're going to notice the stupid things. But if people look really close at you and you don't do stupid things,
Speak on
then
it.
they're going to have to lie about stupid things to be able to have it come out about you.
Speak on it.
So, like, there's still... She's providing them ammo. She's providing them with the actions that they use.
But yet no one took it. But yet, like, no one, like, everyone was on her side when she posted this stupid ass, like, video, teeth gritted. You know what I mean? Again, this is just like her being like, I'm so silly for talking to minors. I'm so silly. I'm so silly. Like that jaw clenched, teeth out. Like
to offer this backlash, and then she's trying to garnish pity from those people at the very same time by saying, well, it's hard.
Adam, when do you think she'll respond? I don't think Colleen's gonna respond until the news articles come out. Hold on, let me fix my mic. Oh, fuck me. The news articles. Oh, wow. Hold on. Wait, I need to, like, actually fix my mic. Hold on. Give me a moment. Hold on. La, 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 la. I need to make it... Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Oh my god, my dogs are going crazy. Talk amongst yourselves while I fix my fucking mic that's falling off the fucking table. Oh my god, my desk is creaking. It's crazy. There we go. Sorry. Sorry about that. How embarrassing. Okay, if it's gonna fall. Oh no, we're fine. I have no idea what I was talking about. Sorry, I got distracted. I mean, my mic was falling off the table. Oh my god, Johnny, your text.
Yes, it's hard, and she's partly at fault for that. So let's keep watching.
Oh, the articles. Sorry. I don't think Colleen's gonna respond until all the articles are out. So the articles that are going to be coming out are the Rolling Stones. I know that possibly NBC are going to be covering this. Huffington Post are covering this. Time Magazine. And, God, what were the other ones I did interviews for? Fuck. And you know the Impact Instagram page? I think they're covering it again. So I think Colleen's going to wait until all of the news articles have covered it. And then probably wait 2 weeks and then cover it. Because when, like, it's going to be the news articles that are really going to hype this shit up. So I think Colleen will respond in probably 2 weeks, because the news articles are going to come out next week or this week, possibly. I think this week, possibly this week. I don't know. I think she's going to wait a week after the articles. And I will say something as well, like I really shouldn't say this, but there's a lot of commotion behind the scenes right now with social medias to do with Colleen, and I won't say what it is, but what I will say is I was doing an interview today, and the journalist told me that they have been in direct communication with Netflix, and that Netflix are going to be speaking on something soon. So that was all I heard. I don't know what that means. I don't know what Netflix are doing. I have no fucking idea. It was just something that was brought up to me. So I have no idea what that means. And I don't really care. But we'll see.
Geeks educated me when I was ignorant, told me how to say things more appropriately, and I can't even tell you how grateful I am for that. Because of you, I have become a better person. The person I am today as a 33-year-old
If this is you, a better person,
is not
fuck
the person
me.
I was when I started YouTube so many years ago. But over the last month, I've received a lot of criticism that isn't the type of constructive criticism I've received over the last decade. It is more just hateful and cruel, and the things that are being said about me are absolutely horrendous.
Speak on it,
I should have never
Marge.
sent a fan underwear. How stupid am I? No, I definitely should have never
She goes,
given him
no, I shouldn't have done this. No, I shouldn't have done this. No, I shouldn't have done this. She's like screaming.
access to my Twitter account. And no, I shouldn't have talked to him as often as I did. But
I'm gonna go ahead and pause here. We're at a good point right now. This is good. These are all things that Colleen should not have done.
I'm not going to say what's happening with Netflix, but all I'm going to say is that the journalist on the phone tonight was speaking to me that there's a lot of pressure being applied to Netflix behind the scenes right now, and that Netflix are going to be responding very soon. That's all I've heard. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's false. I'm just passing along what a journalist told me today. I don't know anything past that. That's it. I'm literally telling you all I know.
They were all large things, very poorly thought through things, bad things that Colleen has done. Now, if I've seen anything, is that what I'm expecting to hear from this little segment on is Colleen do an overt attempt to
At this point, you're harassing Colleen. Well, wait till you hear what she did to me for many years.
Play those actions
As a
in such a way that
33-year-old.
will hopefully garnish sympathy for the heat that she's receiving for those actions. Let's see if that's the case, and then we'll talk about everything at the end.
I did. But I am not a monster. I am not a groomer.
Wrong. Groomer has it. Ooh, groomer has it. The Adele song. Groomer has it. Ooh.
And I shouldn't kill myself.
So why haven't you spoken up about the fact that all of your fans have done that to me so intensely that I've had to do a police report? You didn't have to do that back then because you're lying. Everyone was on your side. You're lying to get sympathy points here. I'm not lying. I have a police report of your fans telling me to do that and doxing me. Didn't happen to you because everyone was on your side. You're doing this to get people to be on your side even further. So you're lying yet again to discredit me when it's me that this is happening to.
Careful with the words you choose to use because
Liar.
I have learned
Ooh,
time
there's a
and time
hair.
again that words definitely
No.
matter and your words can hurt people and they can affect people in a very negative way. And I just hope
I got
that's
it.
a lesson we can all learn
Nasty.
in this situation. I never
I got
meant
it.
to cause anyone who feels affected by this any pain. We're in the middle of a global pandemic and it is scary.
Bitch, why are you bringing up the pandemic? That's like Jeffree Star bringing up the, like, what did remember when Jeffree Star would do, like, apology videos and he would bring up other things that were happening in the world? I think he brought up the pandemic. To be like, why are you focusing on me? Focus on this. And we're like, but you didn't care about that until you were getting canceled.
And I just want to say I'm so sorry if this situation made any of you feel more stressed or uncomfortable or sad than you already do because of all the horrible things that are
Why are you apologizing to your audience? Why aren't you apologizing to the people you did this shit to?
currently going on in our world.
I'm
I love
drinking
you guys.
a
Thank you so much
raspberry
for taking the time
lemonade.
to watch this, and I will see you very soon.
Okay. So he does downplay it at the end, also uses this level of manipulation when a person calls out,
True.
especially the hate.
Oh, it was Jeffree talking about Black Lives Matter, yeah. And remember, he wasn't even pronouncing the victims' names properly because he didn't care about it. And he was like, why are you focusing on my cancellations? Focus on Black Lives Matter. And then pronounced, like, a victim's name completely incorrectly because he didn't care about it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? He brought up police brutality. Fuck me.
hurtful comments and speech that in most any content creator of size will end up getting this form of speech. So she's pulling in the part about herself and that.
Isn't this like the 20th time Adam has reacted to Colleen's apology? No. It's the second time. It's the second time. Do you want to talk about that? Do you want to talk about you lying in my comments? It's the second time. I watched it once myself. This is my second time. Liar.
Specific phrase it's intense, and I agree that should never be a suggestion from anyone to anyone else. That's just not ever the solution. That's not ever okay. There's always something far better. There's a way to grow. There's a way to learn. There's a way to change. Suggesting that is unintelligent at its best. That's not a suggestion. It's just showing that you're an idiot. Do not suggest that somebody does that to themselves. But that also being said, now we're going to talk about a little bit of the fact that this was still used, as we anticipated, a level of manipulation to be able to be like, but these things are bad, but you're being really mean to me, and I don't want you to be mean to me, so I'm going to say these things to make you feel and behave less mean to me. Something else that I did notice is while she's talking about, I did not mean to talk or to cause anybody pain, she does have a full no shake during that. That would be synchronized to me. I would probably believe her on this part, that she wasn't intentionally trying to cause any pain or cause any outrage. Chances are she was just trying to get more clicks, get more views, aka get more money, something along those lines, but not actually intending on causing pain to any said individual party. So that part I would believe. So in synopsis of the entire video itself, this addressing everything, not quite apology, but more so just offering excuses.
She didn't address anything.
It did what it was intended to. It offered a bunch of excuses. She tried to downplay a lot of her behaviors. And now it's circling back around that perhaps, even as we saw here, there wasn't a level of actual remorse here. There was just an attempt to save face.
Thank you.
If I missed anything in the comments of this video, do not go over to any of the other content creators' channels and share any form of hate.
All right, I have thoughts. Many thoughts. Let me take a sip, and then we're going to thoughts. This was a really good video. I think that... Hold on, I'm going to bring my kitty for this section because I really want my... Does my drink have alcohol in it? It is 3 a.m. It is 3 a.m. I know y'all think I'm fucking crazy, but Jesus. Hi, baby. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Do you want to just sit while I... Okay, wait. Put my earphones in. You can just sit right here. You sit right here. Okay. I have some thoughts. I mean, can I, like, raise my mic up a little bit? Oh, and my mic is just fully off the wall now, so I'm just going to have to hold it until the end of the stream. But anyway, here's Cyrus. Do you want to look up a little bit? Hi, little. I think this stream was really good. What he did. I think that he provided as much context as, like, what was important for the video. I think it was really interesting. I mean, there was a lot of points that, like, I would have picked out myself as well. And again, I've had my doubts on, like, body analysis YouTubers, but I feel like everything he said here with me providing context is kind of linked up anyway. Hi. Hi. Hey. Hey. Hi. So yeah, I appreciate this video. And I mean, there were so many, you know, points in this video where I was like, oh, she's lying here. And then I would play it and he's like, oh, she's lying or she's manipulating. I think it was really good. I appreciate it. I want to watch this. A lot of people were recommending it. My mic and setup is completely falling off the wall, so I'm going to leave right after this. But I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. And I will see you all very soon. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you hearing me out. And Observe, this is a really good video. Thank you so much. Please make sure to go over and send him love. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to the chat. And I'm going to go to bed. But thank you all so much. And I will see you very soon. Bye. Mwah.